Fire.
Two Dads, One Dut, the Hot Takes Podcast, Foosball Edition.
There it is.
There it is.
Girthy
Football Season 2.
Episode 58, Girthy Football. Technically week 1.
Season 2, week 1.
Week 1.
Last year we started sneaking some football pods in. You know what? A lot of people liked it. Some people didn't. They love the traditional pods. So we're going to give everybody what they want. We're just going to give you 2 pods a week. 1 football, 1 regular 2D.
2 pods, 1 week. You got it.
There's a video.
How about them apples?
So this week, like all the other probably sports podcasts you guys have listened to, just going to get your beak wet. We're going to give you some overall picks of who we think, some division winners and losers, whether their win totals may go over or under, and then just some future picks. And then, of course, our lock of the week to get you ready for week 1, what our best bet is. Again, we're going to introduce something a little different this year. Dutt, obviously, last year absolutely crushed it. If you followed him, you made money. If you took me, you were close to even. If you took Trav, you weren't. So this year, what we're going to do with our picks, if you're the only loser, we are going to incorporate a little Wheel of Destiny, Wheel of Chance. We haven't quite settled on a name yet, but it's going to have some punishments for the loser.
I like the Wheel of Destiny. I got Death and Destiny put together.
Yeah. So, but before we get started, like we do with every pod, Trav, tell us who this podcast is sponsored by.
Today's episode 58, the Girthy Football Season 2 Week 1 edition, is brought to you by First Shield Defense, Fort Wayne's best place to learn how to defend yourself from actual violence. First Shield Defense specializes in concealed carry training and unarmed self-defense. Self-defense is a fundamental human right. A lot of people don't understand that. First Shield Defense does. They provide a way for everyone to learn something new in their weekly classes, and they place a high value on your time. They offer 2 types of classes: Apex Concealed Carry and Krav Maga. In their Apex program, you will pull the trigger at least 500 times in 1 hour and at the same time learn how to fight with your gun. The Krav Maga classes will teach you how to protect yourself without a gun. Send First Shield Defense a message on Facebook or Instagram to get started. www.firstshielddefense.com. Shout them out. First Shield Defense.
Defense. Defense. Defense.
Football.
There we go.
It's back. Almost.
And Dodo, where can you listen to us at, my friend?
As always, you can listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Google, Amazon, and for you at home, watching today, watching tonight,
Attention
the
all degenerates.
The YouTube.
So down in the corner.
Wait, do this.
Down in the corner.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that actually looks good.
Hey, hit the like, smash the subscribe.
Smash it.
We number 1.
Very nice. I like.
So let's do this.
Yes. Okay. So.
Dun,
Girthy
dun, dun, dun,
Football
dun.
Season 2.
It is there. We are back. So, Two Dads, One Dut, the Hot Takes Podcast, Girthy Football Edition. As everybody knows, this week the NFL is back. College got started last week, so everybody is rip-roaring and ready to go. What we are going to do on this inaugural pod for the season, just going to give you some picks. We're going to go through divisions, some over-unders, just get you degenerates really ready.
Yeah.
To just inevitably lose all the money that you make throughout the week. So,
Or hot take, we make $1 million
Hello.
to
There
the
it
moon.
is.
To the moon.
Okay, we have 2 NFC fans here and an AFC team. Which conference do you want to start in, bud?
I would like to start in your guys's because I am a gentleman and a scholar.
All right.
Okay.
And
Well, 2 versus 1.
2 beats 1, yeah. Also, before you start, though, there is the chance for a 2D1D Super Bowl. That is still on the line as of week 1.
And for those of you that
As of
don't
week
know
1.
what that means, I have been a Lions fan my entire life. Little Dot over here is a diehard Bears fan. Travis.
Was a Bengals fan, since fourth converted to a Browns fan. And just so everybody out there knows, it happened before they got Baker and all the good stuff. I followed them into the fucking mud when they got, what's that shit quarterback from Notre Dame that went there?
Brady Quinn.
That guy, but then there's the other guy.
I say you were
Jimmy
not
Clausen.
a Browns fan when Brady Quinn was
No,
there.
it was when who was the other one that went there? That was like Deshaun Watson, but not Deshaun Watson.
Sean Kaiser.
Sean Kaiser, he sucked.
He was
Thanks.
okay.
Thanks, Deshaun.
Kaiser
Glad we got the better one.
He backed up Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Strictly football. Strictly football speaking, obviously.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. But so that means we have an AFC NFC potential matchup.
There it is.
Yes,
Yes.
that is true.
Wait, so you still going with the Browns? Or
Yeah.
are you switching back to the Bengals?
I'll stay Browns.
All right.
All right,
Brownies.
we're going to start with one of the most controversial divisions in football, the NFC East, which consists of the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders, which I absolutely hate.
It is arguably the shittiest
Commanders?
team.
The name.
Oh.
It's arguably the shittiest division in football. Just looking at my computer, it's extremo terrible.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, again, we had talked about this earlier. I don't think the word sleeper team should be a thing anymore because everybody talks about stuff for weeks. There's internets, there's insiders, there's nothing goes under the radar anymore. So that being said, the Eagles is one of those teams going into this year that's everybody's darling. Not only is Jalen Hurts one of the fantasy stud quarterbacks,
it's all
but
on Jalen Hurts.
it's everywhere.
They gave him everything and they said, produce.
We talked about it before you got here, Skur, and I just think AJ Brown, I don't know if I've seen a more overrated trade person that people are just like, how much more can we suck this guy's dick? Like
AJ Brown is a very good, talented wide receiver.
I think again it's one of those like very good, talented, yes, but for me as a team, as an organization, I want a wide receiver that gives me like what seems to be becoming the norm of like 80 to 100 catches, like 1,500 yards, like
He has two wide receivers throwing to him.
what?
Ryan Tannehill and now Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah,
So
but-
you can't get mad at him not catching 80 passes when he only gets thrown to 58 times a season.
yeah. I
But
think
yet he has 1,000 yards. Give the man some credit, dude.
no, I think he's very much so like a definition type player of boomer bust, week in and week out is what.
Because his quarterback is a wide receiver.
And all I want is a quarterback.
Yeah. So
Either
you're
way.
saying
Yeah, shout out.
if Tom Brady wasn't throwing to A.J. Brown, he's not the best wide receiver?
I think my
If
point is
Patty Mahomes or Josh Allen aren't
no,
throwing to A.J. Brown?
it's like we talked about
No, she didn't say Matt Stafford. but
on I want
whatever.
to say the full throttle episode to like really get started for this
Stafford
after
can
the
handle
draft. Teams are shifting into signing a big name wide receiver because they know Jalen Hurts is not the answer. Like they're hoping he is, but now they have AJ Brown for what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
So guess what? If Jalen Hurts doesn't deliver this year, I would be very hard pressed to say he's still on the team.
Jalen Hurts?
Correct.
So you're saying that A.J. Brown's not the problem, it's Jalen Hurts.
I'm saying he maybe has a higher ceiling than what he's put on because of his quarterback situation, but it stands to be seen. Sorry.
What do you mean you haven't seen? Pull up his numbers. Where's the IT guy?
Yeah. Skirt, keep talking. I'll figure it out.
He's actually pretty good. So if we're just looking at the division, which again, like a week and a half ago, Dallas
He's trash.
was clearly the betting favorite in this. But
Yeah.
again, now that everybody is sleeper this, sleeper that, Dallas and Philadelphia have the exact same odds to win the division at plus 150. The Commanders are a stellar plus 5-1, and the Giants are predicted to finish last in that division at 8-1.
Checks out.
Yeah.
That's right where I'd put it.
Also, I do have sneaky fast internet. AJ Brown. Do you want to take a wild guess what his year was last year?
He was on my fantasy team.
When he got hurt,
Sure.
He was hurt.
how many
for-
games did he play?
He played. Doesn't show that on the stat line.
Oh, that's so you're talking out of context?
Oh, well,
Keep
here's
going.
No, here's the best part because his other 2 seasons aren't nothing to write home about either.
Oh, are they?
They prove my point.
That he's got thrown to by a wide receiver. My point.
His 2019 season in Tennessee, 52 receptions, 1,051 yards, 8 touchdowns. So literally, he was boom or bust.
Did he boom? No, he got hurt. I mean,
What do you mean?
He's good, man.
He had 50 catches and 1,000 yards.
Boom or bust. The next year, he had
That's
70,
not what that means.
70 catches, 1,075 yards, 11 touchdowns. Last year, he had 63 catches, 869 yards, 5 touchdowns. I'm just saying the guy's getting his dick sucked like he had Randy Moss type seasons.
I mean,
Imagine if he had a quarterback.
Again, stands to be seen. I've seen people do more with less.
Who? Name him.
I don't know.
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
And that's
well,
why
you've
they
seen
do
him.
it.
Well, you've seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen him.
I didn't do the research this week. Vegas really bent me over a barrel, but I'm saying I'll come back with some hard stats. Don't worry about it.
And he also had the best running back for the past 3 years.
It's not my problem.
No, I'm just saying.
They're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Why
if Derrick Henry's getting all these touches, Yet he's still putting up 1,000 yards.
He's basically 1 or 2 catches put him over. Like he barely made it.
He still got there, man.
Yes,
they don't
only
ask
on
you-
50 catches.
They don't ask you how
He
you got there.
took
No.
50 catches and produced 1,000 yards.
So again,
that's
here's the-
20 yards a catch. I don't
Brother.
think you understand that.
No, I do. 1,500's the new 1,000.
His average,
Do 1,000.
I'm just saying.
his average
Yeah.
reception is 20 yards.
Great. Again, hence the boom aspect. I didn't leave it out. He just also busts.
Okay, so
He is not bussing. He's just a bust.
Okay, so let's go a different route. I'm doing this on the fly here.
I think we're talking in circles.
So
Yeah.
so we have AJ Brown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, it's weird because the Cowboys, even though them and the Eagles are both favored Vegas wise, the same number. Dallas's win total is 10. Philadelphia's is 9.5.
Yeah.
I mean, and then it drops, pretty substantially between Washington and the Giants. However, the Giants' number 1 wide receiver is Kenny Galladay.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Former Lion.
He's
Yeah.
the highest paid wide receiver. That's a bust.
They have yes.
The highest paid wide receiver in the league this year.
I love it.
The
Good for
Command-
him.
21 million.
Great agent.
The Commanders, your guy Carson Wentz.
Sucks.
They have what? Terry McLaurin over there
Terry.
just signed
Ohio
a big
State.
deal. CeeDee Lamb for Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
and then your boy, newly found
Yes.
AJ Brown.
Yeah.
NFC East, best wide receiver this year, stats wise. Who is it?
CD or I walk. You want to say it and you can't because you think you'll agree with me and you'll be pissed.
No, because I kind of want to say it's Scary Terry.
I'm going Scary Terry.
I kind of want to say it's Scary Terry.
Yeah, and I think that would be the I don't want to say the obvious pick because of the seasons he's had with again Taylor Heineke.
And now you give him
Heineke?
Carson Wentz?
Who
Are
is
you
Game
nuts?
over.
Here's a little teaser alert. You ever heard of Carson Daily? Well, I'm going to do the Carson Weekly Wentz update. So know that.
What's going to clarify the better season? Because it's not receptions. I'll tell you that.
What I can oh, go ahead.
I mean, it's hard to say like most impactful because again, like if you win 6 games but you're a stud.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a judgment call if we look at it and we
It's
just
the Triple Crown Award. Whoever won the Triple Crown head to head.
No, I think it's my Hall of Fame argument. Like you look at the person and they're either Hall of Fame or they're not.
Yeah.
Like if I look at your season and it's catches, yards, touchdowns, regardless of how
The
many games
Triple
you played or
Crown?
something, that's what we're gonna go off of.
So if AJ puts up
50 catches.
60 catches, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, Scary Terry puts up 90 catches, 900 yards, 7 touchdowns. Who's better?
How many games?
Terry? He got 2 out of the 3.
Then if it's close like that, then I think the team wins count.
He didn't.
You
He
just
had
said
less yards, less touchdowns.
You said he had.
He had more catches.
He had more catches.
but he had less yards and less touchdowns.
How many touchdowns did fucking? Who'd you give the first guy?
AJ Brown had 9.
I
Scary
thought
Terry
you
had
said
7.
seven.
I think it's 6. Sorry.
So then I think at some point like we would fall back on team success because that matters. That should be the tiebreaker.
Right.
Okay.
If you're just a good stats bad team guy, we don't want you on it.
All right.
Also, I'm going to compare Carson Wentz's stats to all-time Washington stats, and we'll
Perfect.
see what happens.
All right. So then the other thing with this division, we're gonna say who do we have winning? Who do we have finishing last?
I have the Cowboys winning. I have the Giants finishing last.
Washington, dead last. Command
Ooh.
that. Command the caboose.
When
That's
I was
the worst league in the division?
Yeah.
Dead last?
And
Or
and
worst
when I
league
was
in the
when I
league?
was doing their picks,
Yeah.
it was hard for me because I know you're just gonna have this Carson Wentz
Take
all year
that is
long.
on the nose.
But I think
It's
I had
not.
the Commanders potentially losing like their first 7 games, like going like 0-7.
They are fucking butt.
But I just didn't want to because I know it's just gonna add fuel to your fire.
Yeah.
I had both as crazy and chalk as it sounds because I didn't even look at these over under totals before I did this
Yeah.
because I didn't want to influence it.
Both
I have both Philly and Dallas at 10 wins.
That's what I was going to say. They both win 10.
Literally their numbers. So
Comes
I don't
down
know how
to
the tiebreaker comes. But I have the Giants losing one more game than Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being
I have
the,
the Cowboys at 10. I have the Eagles at 9.
yeah, being the worst team in that one.
I just don't think even if Saquon comes back and he's just this rejuvenated resurgence year,
You know what the game was?
you're not going to.
Which one?
It's because you put Jalen Hurts in the fucking Lions den week 1, dude.
I
That's a
know.
loss,
It
baby.
is. You're damn right. It's a loss.
Anyways, next.
All right, we are moving to quickly the NFC South, which contains the Bucks, Saints, Panthers, and Falcons.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa
And
Bay,
again, for
12
those of
games.
you that are worried
Baker
about
Lina.
the whole gambling aspect, Tampa is a pretty big minus 250 favorite. The
Yeah.
Saints plus 310. Carolina, sneaky, stay tuned, 9-1 to win the division. And the Falcons plus 35-1. Not good there in Atlanta.
The sneaky pick there is New Orleans.
No.
Jameis stays healthy,
yeah.
gets more eye fixture, whatever that he's got
Alvin
going
Kamara
on.
doesn't get suspended.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He's got wide receivers at the wazoo, a Swiss Army knife in the backfield, and their defense hopefully just shows up.
I mean, they have every other game.
Yeah, so it's like,
I mean, they swept Tampa Bay last year, so
They do. Yeah, Tom Brady hasn't beaten the Saints
yeah.
since he's been in Tampa.
nah, he beat them in the playoffs
Did they play in the playoffs?
to go to the Super Bowl.
Playoffs
Oh, yeah. I think I was talking about regular season, I think is what it was.
Yeah,
That's also
regular
bad about it.
doesn't count.
And I'm like, you're not beating Tom Brady 3 times in a season, dude.
They fucking
That's what
should
it
have.
was,
That
yeah.
a
Yep.
joke.
3 times you can't do it. Yeah.
And again, doing this on the fly, we'll change it up.
Yes.
That's what we do in this pod. Who is the Atlanta Falcons running back? Do we know?
This is Tyler Algier.
It's
the
not
rookie.
Steven Jackson,
It's the rookie.
God, I loved him.
Devonta Freeman.
Skurdet's fantasy staple. So,
Yeah.
again, we'll do this reverse order now. So we have that gentleman for the Falcons. We have potentially Alvin Kamara for the Saints.
I think he plays.
Leonard Fournette, who everybody thinks is going to have this dream season.
Oh,
And Christian McCaffrey for the Panthers, who hasn't played 16 games in 2 years.
done me extremely dirty in fantasy. I will not respect him, respectfully.
Who is the best running back in the NFC South?
Alvin Kamara.
Christian McCaffrey. It's
Christian McCaffrey is getting the most love I've ever seen out of anybody, again, who put up one of the craziest seasons of all time. However, he has just been injury prone the last 2 years. He's made me lose every league that I've had him in. He drives me crazy. Just stay away from me, CMC. CMC you later.
so the man had the best season out of all of them.
Yeah.
I drafted
Okay.
him 1 year, and it was the year that he became
Exploded.
CMC, and I won my fantasy league.
That's
Yes.
because you love drafting rookie.
White running backs.
Any of them. So good.
Yeah.
No, rumor on the street is I think he was talking to, I think it was Marshall Falk. And he was like, you need to stop getting show muscles and
You need
work
to start
on,
doing yoga,
yeah,
Pilates,
start doing yoga
like
and all that
movement
stuff.
stuff.
Like become a running back that's going to last.
Yeah.
Love it. So
That being
guess
said,
what?
no, Alvin Kamara has proven year over year that he's basically right there with him. He just stays healthier.
I mean, he gets hurt also.
But does he
Yeah,
get
he
hurt
gets
for
beat
Season
up.
long. Not
seasons?
season long.
No. Because he doesn't shy away from contact either.
Yeah.
He doesn't step out of bounds.
Guy's a player.
And if I'm the head coach, I'm pissed.
Alvin Kamara. Dog.
Dog. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good call there.
6 studies.
Dog.
So we'll get to it when we get to it.
Perfect.
I think Tampa Bay wins that division with 12. Atlanta's the worst team in that division with maybe 4 wins.
I have the Bucks at 11 wins.
I would honestly say, and again, this is the hyperbole, if everything goes the right way, New Orleans wins that division, but it's where they both have the same amount of wins, and it's just like a playoff, whatever they do, fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head to head, probably.
Yep.
I have it written on this piece of paper. I'm saying it on a podcast so it's documented.
Sick.
I don't know how the tiebreakers work out. I have the Panthers winning 11 games.
Really?
Yep.
I actually have thought about it so many.
Stay tuned, people.
Baker's going to lose a couple of those. That's my deciding factor. I had high on Carolina because on paper you're like,
Yeah.
Then it's
And
Baker
again, I
Mayfield, and
am
you're like,
contingent on a healthy
Cool.
Christian McCaffrey.
oh yeah,
I am
definitely
assuming
contingent.
I'm
Healthy
assuming
Christian
this is a healthy Baker Mayfield that took a shitty Browns team to the playoffs for the first time in 100 years.
I mean, that
So,
team was stacked. but-
Yeah, shitty is very fluid because that's what I was actually going to
the locker
argue.
room was trash.
Shut up. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Well, last week, everybody is so huge on Carolina, and I do agree that there's probably a lot of hype, a lot of motivation behind Baker. They want to help him, the Carolina Panthers, win, just smash the Browns. I'm almost ready to go back the other way, which a lot of degenerate betting happens. Cleveland has a crazy defense.
Yeah.
Like Myles Garrett is going to apply so much pressure like he does to where, here's a sneak peek, he's my pick to win Defensive Player of the Year. Like he's due.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, like he's
Do you remember when Sunshine said, just let him through?
sunshine.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a big-
Sunshine.
that's-
Sunshine was on First Shield Defense. He knew Krav Maga.
Yeah.
That's what
Mayfield's
that's what
done with
Baker's
shit.
doing week 1. Let him
Mayfield
through.
done shit.
And then I also feel like people have forgotten that Cleveland, now that they don't really have a quarterback whatsoever, they still have one of the best 1-2 punches, arguably, in football. So now they're a ground and pound, wear you down team. And excuse me if I'm speaking out of turn, who's on Carolina's fucking defense? I don't know a single player.
I'm sure they have
it's not too
11
bad.
of them at least.
I hope.
Yeah, no, they actually. I mean, their schedule last year when you go through it, like towards the end, they didn't play like elite quarterbacks, but they had a top 5 defense last year.
Yeah. Carolina?
Yeah. J.C. Horn, who people think is going to be one of the reincarnations of some of the better cornerbacks out there,
Yeah.
like he's going to be a stud.
Sure.
Yeah.
Stands to be seen.
I'm just saying. But again, this is one of my future locks, if you will. Carolina's win total over under 6.5.
Over.
Yes, please
Over.
crush it.
I guess
Contingent on Christian
Yes,
Sir
100%.
McCaffrey.
You're gonna lose money or win it,
Yeah.
like every bet.
Yeah.
But no, it could go
Miles
down the
Garrett
drain
just tackles Christian
pretty
McCaffrey.
soon.
done.
First play of the game.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Rip those tickets up, baby.
But I also have the Falcons going 5-12.
Okay.
That's my worst in that division.
That's pretty respectable, actually. And that's probably, I'm hoping that Desmond Ritter gets in because I
Yeah.
don't think.
Because I like Mariota. Like I hope
like
he
Mariota
has
a lot.
a
No.
year. No, this fucking
I
guy.
like him. Quit wasting Kyle Pitts, man.
shitty.
Let
dog.
that boy shine.
Yeah.
Talk
that
about
boy
a
shine.
guy.
Next.
We're gonna save the North for last because why wouldn't we with us
Right.
on this podcast? So we are gonna go to the NFC West, which last year you could argue was one of the best, if not the best division in football. I don't think it's gonna be this year, but it consists of the Rams, the Cards, Seattle, and San Fran.
Yes.
Yes.
And then again,
Confirmed.
if you are keeping track of the division, the Rams plus money, so nobody is a favorite in this division, plus 130 to win the division. San Francisco plus 150. The Cards 4-1, and the Seahawks 20-1 to win the division.
Well, here's a spoiler alert and something for anybody out there looking to bet this division. There will be a Call of Duty game that comes out this year, like there is every year, and guess who's going to play it? Kyler fucking Murray. So don't bet on the Cardinals.
I mean, and
maybe
Hopkins
now
doesn't
he
come back till
knows,
week
so
6.
You do it.
No.
Yeah. That's going to be tough.
And again, there's always the Super Bowl hangover. There hasn't been a back-to-back winner since New England did it, I think, in 02, 03, somewhere like
03,
that.
04.
Something like
Something
that.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a while. Again, the same thing happens for the teams that get to the Super Bowl and lose. It's even worse than the winner. So people are talking about the Bengals.
Nothing happened in LA other than Matt Stafford might just have something weird with his arm. So I'm all in on like the
Yeah,
Rams.
like they lost Beckham, but they got Allen Robinson, who's never had a quarterback in
Yeah.
his life. Like I don't
Oh
think
my
that's
God,
a massive downgrade.
He's going to be so good.
He's going to be
Yeah.
so good.
So good.
Like, hey, guess what? They're fine.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know what? They lost Von Miller for a massive cap number. You know who they signed? Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, he's old. Shocker. Third most tackles in the NFL last year.
Yeah.
Just a captain of all captains.
Guy's a fucking unit. Bobby
Yeah.
Wagner. Dog.
dog.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. People are stupid.
Yeah.
So
That being said, I would probably pick San Francisco if Matt Stafford ends up having a really bad arm issue.
Well, duh.
well, yeah, the whole
It's
thing's just,
contingent on
Yeah,
Christian
but-
McCaffrey. We're contingent on
Yeah.
Matt Stafford.
So yeah, division contingencies.
yeah. So I mean, we could go running back in this one, but again, in this division, I think it's going to be somewhat obvious, even though I think there's going to be a natural regression.
Yeah.
So I think it would be safe to say that the number one wide receiver for the Rams is going to be Cooper Kupp.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Cardinals missing 6 games. Is it still DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he put up the best numbers for the team even after missing 6 games?
Don't doubt it in the slightest.
Probably not touchdowns. I feel like Zach Ertz is going to have a year.
And then San Francisco, are we thinking Ayuk?
Supposedly, he's like people are just blown away by this guy in training
Because
camp.
Debo's going to be whatever. This the
Yeah.
all.
I mean, do we count all yards?
I don't know.
If it's yards, it's going to be
Debo.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, we have the Drew Lock, Geno Smith combo too. I'm going to guess DK Metcalf.
So here's the hot take on that team. Tyler Lockett is the better wide receiver. He maybe it's just fantasy wise, but he always does better than DK. And people are just like,
What do you think that is?
what?
Why do you think that is?
Tyler Lockett?
Yeah.
More catches, more yards, more tutties?
Yeah, but if you were the best corner, who are you going to cover? The best wide receiver?
Yeah, but you should be able to make it work. When you're the best guy and you know you're the guy, you should be able to figure it the fuck out.
I mean, DK started coming on because he started getting the rock more. I feel like Russell just trusted Tyler Lockett because he's on the team more.
Because he's goated.
So let me ask you
You
this.
just hate Mississippi wide receivers.
I don't know. I don't know.
So again, their totals to win the division are pretty close. Like I said, the Rams slight favorite. Rams over under win total in the year is 10.5. San Francisco's is 10. It seems like it's obviously when you ask the question, and I know a lot's contingent on Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under.
If both wide receivers have a great year, whose team is better? Cooper Kupp or Brandon Ayuk? If Brandon Ayuk balls out and so does Cooper Kupp, who has a better season?
Cooper Kupp.
No, I'm saying Rams or 49ers. Like,
Niners.
who's more important?
Niners.
Oh, sure. Yeah. It's a dumb question. I hate it.
Why do you hate it?
Because it makes sense.
I'm going to say the Niners are going to have a better season if Ayuk does better.
I think so too. I think if they're contingent, like if he puts up, and again, that's a lofty goal. Granted,
Yeah.
I don't think Kupp, as much as I love him, is going to do what he did last year because it was like the third best wide receiver season ever.
Yeah.
Right.
But if they're in the same neighborhood, one, I think Trey Lance is an absolute stud if that happens,
100%.
which I'm not banking on. But yeah, I think San Francisco wins the division if Brandon Ayuk balls out.
If Brandon Ayuk balls out, because Debo's going to ball out, and they're just going to run the ball all over everybody.
Brandon Ayuk's numbers do not scream ball out in the slightest.
No, but he's one of those guys that people are like, he's going to make the jump. He's
Yeah.
the next guy. Like,
This is
he's the guy.
I mean,
Don't
look
worry.
at Google his wingspan, dude.
yeah.
It's
Cooper
insane.
Kupp was putting up Brandon Ayuk numbers 4 years ago.
Okay.
Well, that's what people are saying. Like 2 years ago, I think Cooper Kupp caught 6 touchdowns, or the year
Yeah.
before he got hurt.
Yeah.
So it's like, are you picking him? Are you picking Ayuk or these types of guys? Is it the year before they become the guy, or are you trying to take him now?
Yeah.
And if they take that leap, how big is that for their team?
Right.
I mean,
like if I was in a keeper league and I got Brandon Ayuk in the 12th, I'd probably keep him for next year
I don't know.
just to see that jump.
Who's
Because
to
it's the
say?
12th pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. So again, to recap,
Yes.
Cooper Kupp is still a stud.
Still a stud.
Confirmed.
Correct.
I do have the Rams winning that division. I have them winning 12 games. They went 12-5 this year, according to what I think. And I have Seattle going 6-11,
Yeah.
rounding out the bottom.
Dead last. Yeah, he
I
had a
got
good day, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to win a random game, I think, against a big player or a big team back just because I think their home field is still a thing, but I think they're
Their
going to be
division
bad.
always plays each other hard, but
Yeah.
regardless, you're going 4-13.
I got the Rams at 11, Seattle at 5 wins.
Yeah. And if Trey Lance isn't the dude, this division has a chance of being pretty poopy.
Which I don't understand how everybody's like, they were on board with Trey, then they weren't, and then they were like, there's a reason he's not the bona fide guy because he sucks. But now they're like, Jimmy Garoppolo's the bona fide backup, and now Trey Lance is all of a sudden the guy. I don't get it.
Trey Lance is the guy. I feel like he's going to be very good in the NFL.
He should be.
We'll see.
I
I
don't think
mean,
they
we'll
should.
see. Yeah.
Next.
All right, the division that's near
Meh.
and dear to this podcast heart, it's the NFC North. Ooh. And not that it's really ever relevant to us, and by us I mean me and Dut. The Packers are the favorite at -175 to win the division. Minnesota
Shocker.
+250.
I like
Sneaky
that.
pick.
I like
Lions 10-1.
Barf.
The
that. If you want
Bears
value.
Yes, the Bears 15-1.
Hello, baby.
Value everywhere.
Not
Justin Fields, the unknown.
not great there. So again, most people think Minnesota's again the Eagles of this
Yeah.
division. There's really 2 sleeper teams this year that everyone's talking about, and it's Minnesota and it's Philly.
Yeah.
Philly.
Miami?
No.
That's in the AFC. Stay on topic.
Yeah. But again, I think people are either like they love to or they don't. Like I think people think they're sleepers or they're going to be trash.
Oh, yeah. I think Tua sucks.
Well, okay.
So,
So not a sleeper. Got me.
Yes. Minnesota's over-under is 9.5 wins. Green Bay's is, I think, the even 10. And that's probably why they're close. Aaron Rodgers, I hate him. He's been in my life almost my entire adult life as a Lions fan. And he is just really good at football.
yeah, since 2004.
And it's hard to bet against him. And that's the worst part. Oh, they have an over-under of 11 wins. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I would take the under.
Yes.
10-6. What a season. No,
Take
10
the
and
push.
7.
Take the push.
Yeah.
11. Nailed
Bet
it.
it, see what happens. Right on the money.
Yeah.
Again, they have some injuries at wide receiver early on, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to care. They play Minnesota week 1.
Yeah.
And I think there's 2 games total in week 1 that are going to be potentially 3 if you count the Thursday night that are going to be like the overreaction games.
Yeah. 100%.
The Buffalo Rams game, if one team comes out and blows the other one out,
Yeah.
it's Super Bowl.
Yep.
Well, the Rams are going to do it, so just know that.
Hear that. This game I think has potential
Yep.
where it's like, okay, Minnesota isn't what we thought they were, or Rodgers is done, doesn't have Devontae. It's a big thing.
Spoiler alert, Kirk Cousins don't know how to win big games anyways, but he still
It's
goes
not a
like
big game, it's
10
week
and
one.
7.
It's week 1. And then surprisingly,
Big
and
matchup.
this isn't a homer pick. I do think it is the Detroit-Philly game.
I think so.
I think
too.
if Detroit wins, they're that, hard knocks. Are they going to take that leap? And then if Philly wins, especially if they beat us badly, all right, they're that team. You got to take. We're right. Everybody
Same
talks
thing with
about it.
Carolina and Cleveland. If Carolina wins, people are going to be like, Baker back? What? Question mark? Cleveland loses, it's like,
no, it's just going to be Baker revenge. Got it.
Yeah,
check.
because I don't see a world where Cleveland wins that game. I
I
think,
don't understand. They're only a 1.5 point underdog.
I don't
Yeah,
get
it's
that.
Blowing my
I don't get that at all. Going through this and
because
again,
their defense is stacked.
yeah,
dude.
I don't do this
Baker
for a
Mayfield's gonna-
living.
Baker Mayfield is going to throw a costly interception. Is it going to cost the game though? That's the thing.
Miles Garrett will have,
Denzel Ward is going to be on that man.
yeah. Anyways, continue.
No, I was just gonna say basically the same thing. Like when I was going through this, I have Cleveland starting off like the season 0-7 or 0-8.
Oof.
I don't know about that.
I didn't look that far.
I just couldn't find wins. Like, and again, a lot of this is the Jacoby Brissett factor,
I'll find you one.
and I'm sure there's games in there that they could win, but I'm just
Yeah.
like, but again though, even if you take him out, who's he throwing the ball to? I get they
Amari
have
Cooper?
Chubb.
Amari Cooper.
I mean,
Dude, you got to play
Yeah.
Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt at the same time.
Yeah. Throw it to Kareem on some screens. Let Chubb run up the gut. Just go full Chubb.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Yeah, they play the Jets literally next week.
yeah,
Dude, you
Win.
think Jet? Zach Wilson. Dog.
He got that MILF in him.
they're gonna sit him out week 1 because he's not gonna be 100. He comes back next week, week 2, and be like, yes, I need to ball out.
Talk about one of the more overrated people in the
All right.
NFL.
Well, I'm saying why this
Okay.
if they don't win week 2 against the Jets, when do they get their first win?
Probably the very next week against Pittsburgh.
Oh, nobody.
Or then maybe
Against
when they
Truth Bisky?
Yeah, or then they go play the Falcons.
I think that was the one that was my coin flip.
Right
But
now,
it's on the road, right? They go
Yeah.
to Atlanta.
Right now, I would say they start 4-0, lose to the
4-0.
They're
Chargers.
beating Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, brother, hot take. And the Patriots are not going to be good this year. Then they play Baltimore, which they always play Baltimore tough. Cincinnati, like they could very easily be 4-3 or 5-2. So I don't know where this 0-7 is coming
Oh
from.
my God, they're gonna be really bad. I hope it happens.
Bring it on.
That's what we're keeping
Can't
track
wait
of.
for it.
Roll Tide.
Can't wait for it.
Yes.
Next,
So again, Green Bay's number 1 wide receiver was the
Alan
rookie Dobbs,
Lazard.
correct?
No, Alan Lazard.
It's technically Alan Lazard.
And then they have Randall Cobb, who he's dinged up.
Yeah. Christian Watson's still dinged up, I
Oh.
think. So it's like a Romeo Dobbs as the rookie that came in. I feel like you're going to see Aaron Jones in the slot a lot with
A
AJ Dillon.
ton.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to play them both,
They'll be
which
fine.
what the Browns should do.
Aaron Rodgers knows how to make anybody above average to great.
Yeah, Robert Tunyon's coming back, dude.
They're fine. They're fine.
I have the Packers winning the division.
I have the Packers.
I
winning the
have them winning
division.
11 games, right on the
11
number.
games,
And
yep.
again, I had no idea what their total was. I have the Bears going 3-14.
That's so stupid. I have them losing at 4-12.
Yes. 4-12, you're missing a game. Which way are you going? You going 4-13? You going 5-12?
5-12.
5-12, baby.
I got
Hell
one five.
yeah.
I give, hey, you know what? Benefit of the doubt. Baby.
All right, so this is what I asked you before the pod. If you guys go 5-12, there's a good chance that you are the first pick in the draft. It's a new regime. Does Justin Fields get another chance? Or are they drafting
CJ Stroud.
C.J. Stroud?
That's
the
right.
fucking guy from
Ohio
Alabama.
State didn't work once. Let's go back again.
Does he get another chance?
Yeah, he gets another chance. We're drafting his fucking buddy.
Or are you trading that spot for if you keep Justin Fields, you have to trade the number 1 pick
Oh,
and
yeah.
get a king's ransom.
Oh, yeah, trading that pick. And then you try to hopefully just parlay that into an offensive tackle and a wide receiver.
I don't know if Chicago knows how to do that though.
Yeah, well, new GM, new president, new around the house.
New life.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, so not going to say what I have the Vikings and Lions winning at, but yes, the Packers win the division. Bears lose the division.
Yes.
That's the NFC.
NFC you later.
Boom.
The American Football Conference. We're going to start with the AFC North because that's who we're talking about now.
And then after that, we can do speed round.
We have the Browns, we have the Ravens, we have the Steelers, and we have the Bengals.
Yes, correctamundo.
Big division. A lot of people talk about it.
Yeah.
Every year.
No shit. We're
I
good.
got the Ravens.
Lamar,
winning
no
that division.
contract.
Yeah.
Is it as easy as you think?
I think it is.
I was trying to, and I get it. They were the most injury-prone team last year.
Them and Cincy both go 11-6
11-6 for both.
or 10-7. That division always does that. Like 2 or 3 of them are neck and neck the entire year, and then one is absolutely putrid.
Yeah.
Not to retract it because we are talking about bets though, real quick.
Pittsburgh.
The Lions win total was 6.5. Hammer the over. I do have the Bengals going with 11 wins.
Yeah.
However, I have the
Joe
Ravens.
Shiesty.
I have the Ravens at 8.
I think if everything is on
I got
par,
the Ravens at 10. I got the Bengals at 9.
I don't think the Bengals are going to be as world beaters as people think they are.
I think people see them coming now.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, they got better at the offensive line, which was
Yeah.
big. I mean, Joe Burrow took a F ton of hits,
Mm-hmm.
but they
You
also
don't believe in sacks anyways.
Yeah, they don't count. They
not,
shouldn't.
not on this pod.
Not a good stat.
They also won a lot of games. Like it's those coin flip games.
Yeah.
You know, like which I always talk about with the Lions. Unfortunately, on the other end of it, where it's like we had a lead in the fourth quarter and we lost in the final 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The Bengals won those games.
Yeah.
You can't always do that.
It's called being a better team.
Is it?
Is it?
When you're down 19-3 against Kansas City in the playoffs, and then you come back and beat them, yeah,
Okay.
you're the better team.
On that day? I mean, I get that's what matters.
Let's ride.
Well, that's right.
So who do you have? Because you said they have the same win total. So who do you have winning that division?
I would argue it's going to be Baltimore.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think it's one of those Lamar's back to just balling out, doing his thing. Baltimore just always just has the snarky defense. And I think Cincy,
You mean because they have Kyle Hamilton?
sure. He's no Zibikowski. But
Damn right.
yeah, it's one of those where, like you said,
Love you
Cincy,
both, though.
everybody knows them. I will say their offense on paper should be phenomenal. Like T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd should go off, in my opinion.
I have T. Higgins on both my fantasy seasons. That means, or on both my fantasy teams, he's going to get 500 yards.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just
But-
so you guys know.
Sorry, T.
But I think it's one of those, the Deshaun Watson thing will loom over Cleveland the entire year. Call me next year. Like, figure out who's staying, who's going, who's going to be a part of that offense, who works, who doesn't before he comes back. If he even does come back, I still think it's questionable at best. And I think Pittsburgh's going to absolutely just fucking suck.
I have Pittsburgh at 8 wins,
Cool,
I-
8-9.
which is still it would be the first year Tomlin ever goes under 500.
Correct. And it's going to be lower than that.
I don't know, dude. You just said
7-10.
the better team wins, and better teams have better coaches.
But that's where, again, what I was talking to you guys about is in some facet, it always starts with the quarterback has to be there for everything else to fall into place. Like that's just the first domino that has to work.
Glad you
Mason
said.
Rudolph,
Yeah.
Tomlin still
Got
goes
whacked with a
above
helmet.
500.
Deserved it. Loved
Still
it.
goes above 500.
Glad you said that about the quarterback.
Yeah.
What do you have the Browns record at?
I have the Browns at,
Deshaun Watson comes back week 12.
I know they play the Texans. Who would have thought?
Oh, just the way Goodell wrote it up.
Win. I bet they go like 8-11, or no, excuse me, 8-10. No, 8-9. It's like how many hours?
8-11. That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot of games.
8-9.
4-13.
No, like it's just it's gonna be some weird record where it's like they weren't bad, they weren't good, they were just like shocker. You didn't have Deshaun for 7 weeks. This is your
11.
You don't have him for 11, not 7.
No, ipso facto.
So why wouldn't you just throw the season and get who's the wide receiver from Ohio State? Nixon Smith?
I don't know.
Their over under is 8.5, and I think that is one of the easier over or unders.
Oh, so under.
Like
Couldn't be
lock
more
for
under.
me. Lock
Couldn't be more
for
under.
me.
Bet it.
For Cleveland. I will. You're
Browns.
welcome. Thanks.
Yeah.
Under.
Next.
Next. AFC South. This might be one of the funner divisions for me this year as a
In
fan.
what fucking way?
Because I have a
Because of
lot riding
Travis.
on this in terms of
ETA.
clout
Yeah.
and what I have said on this pod in the past and what will happen in the future.
Yeah.
Colts, Jags, Titans, Texans.
It all sucks.
Colts are the favorite at -130. Tennessee, slight dog, +175. Then we have the Jags at 7.5 to 1 and Houston at 30 to 1.
I love that value of Texans winning that division, dude.
Such an idiot.
And that quarterback
He's heads above everybody else.
is
Neck
who?
above.
Who's the quarterback for the Texans?
David Mills.
Davis Mills.
We have Davis Mills.
Have you seen his
We have
neck?
Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
We have
Matty
Matt Ryan.
Ice.
And then we have
T-Law, baby.
T-Law,
Trevor Lawrence
who
has the better
is going to
hair.
have the best season quarterback-wise in the AFC South.
Statistically,
Matt Ryan.
Davis Mills.
Woo!
Matt Ryan, baby.
Davis Mills is going to throw for probably 39 to 4,100 yards.
Matt Ryan is better than Carson Wentz or my next paycheck.
Well, when they don't make the playoffs.
I don't know that we can determine that week 1, so I don't know how you can say your next
I'll keep
paycheck.
track every week. Don't worry.
Which, again, everybody is like
Well, if you're gonna
on
keep
Michael
track-
Pittman
Yeah.
because of Matt Ryan.
He can throw the ball, and he's not stupid.
Carson Wentz can't throw the ball, but he's an NFL quarterback.
He was throwing it to the other team.
How many times
His-
last year?
his
Look it up. Google it.
His
Google it.
in-game
Google it.
awareness was so bad.
I think this has one of the most intriguing division quarterback deals.
Yeah.
And it goes without saying the better quarterback usually
Through
wins.
7 of them.
But
How many Matt Ryan throw last year?
Can't do that.
I think
12?
this one's going to be the most in
12.
terms of they're going to be so close
Yeah.
that the best one is going to take a team to this division.
Yeah.
And
Honestly,
that best quarterback this year
is Trevor Lawrence.
is going to be Trevor Lawrence, and the Jaguars are going to win the AFC South.
When you come
Not
out,
bad.
I have the
Not
Jags
bad
winning
it.
10
Not bad it.
games.
when
That's
you
too many
roll
games.
when you roll out the Brinks truck and
What?
and you pay for all these B tier, C tier wide receivers, what could go wrong? Trevor Lawrence is just swimming in mid talent.
He got his best friend back.
Who?
His
Travis
national
Etienne, dude.
champion roommate.
Etienne.
Yeah.
Travis
Etienne.
Etienne.
Great first name.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I have the Colts and Jags actually tied at 10 wins, but I'm giving the tiebreaker to the Jags so they can win the division.
Biasy.
I have the Texans winning 3 games with the Bears, 3-14.
Really?
They're not going to be good. I know
Texans
that
are gonna be
much.
So bad.
No,
Yeah.
and honestly, I'm going to guess Davis Mills is going to be. He's going to get some fantasy numbers. He's going to have some garbage time.
Oh, 100%.
tutties.
All he's going to have to do is fucking throw the thing. Just Hail
Yeah.
Marys.
Dude, and that's what you do. So he's when I said he's going to throw for 4,000 yards, they're not be game-winning drives.
But I could imagine there's games where, shit quarterbacks have to play from behind the whole time, but it's those weird stat lines where they're like 13 for 31, 136 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions because the other team just runs, just pounding ground and like just wears out the clock. They're like, we know we're going to beat you. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I mean, but if you look at last year, like rookie quarterbacks, Davis Mills was top 5. It's probably top 3.
Beat Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
He did.
Next.
All right. The
His
changing
stats
of
were garbage.
the changing of the guard.
2,600
division.
yards, 16 touchdowns.
Yeah,
I do
From
not.
when he started, he didn't play the entire year, dude.
You got to give me all the facts.
And they had one of the
How
worst
am
rosters in the NFL.
How am I supposed to know that, dude? I didn't do any
the running
research, I
back this
told
year,
you.
though, rookie running back, was it Pierce?
Hall? Brees Hall?
Or
Talking
Brees
about
Hall?
Jets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Brees
no,
Hall.
for
the
touchdowns,
Texans.
Oh, Damian Pierce.
Damian
Yeah.
Pierce. Yeah, gonna be good.
Sleeper.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence
everybody.
sucked. I really hope he does better.
Oh, Urban Meyer's gone, dude. Cancer.
Finger in chicks' buttholes.
I hear that.
Ew.
Again, I'm calling this the changing of the guard division because it's the AFC East, which consists of the Pats, Bills, Dolphins, and Jets.
Pats and Jets are fighting for the worst spot.
They absolutely are.
Yep.
I think the Pats are nowhere close to the playoffs. I think after week 6 or 7, you're going to hear some crazy Belichickian, whatever you want to say. Is he too old? Has he missed too many drafts? Mac Jones isn't the guy. Uh-oh.
Mac Jones is going to become that serviceable Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, Phillip Rivers. Like, even
Buddy,
they-
don't throw Phillip Rivers in that conversation.
I had to because of the Cole Colts thing.
Well, first
But,
of all, two of those guys are Hall of Famers, and you absolutely hate Carson Wentz. So you're putting all three of those names in the same thing.
he's going to become what I'm saying at an already young age, the guy that's just the bridge guy, the game manager. Like they're going to find out very quickly that that's what he is. The other very interesting fact I was listening to on, I forget what podcast it was. Basically, they talked about how New England's picks, all first round picks, have been so bad
Really bad.
that they've had to go out and spend an insurmountable amount of money to make up their tight end core, wide receiver core, like everything they missed on,
They spent the most money on tight ends, wide receivers last year.
and they're all still garbage.
Yeah, and their cap hit is even worse this year with them.
Yeah.
It's
Devontae
bad.
Parker?
Garb.
Hunter Henry.
Bust.
Yeah.
Hunter Henry bust. Devontae Parker?
Dog.
Sleeper.
Not last, but I have the Patriots going 6-11.
I don't doubt it.
I
And
think I
I-
have them going 6-11. I think I have the Bills winning 12.
I have the Bills winning 13 games.
Oof. That's
The
a lot
hotter
of
take
games in
will
the
be,
NFL.
is this the year that makes everybody think that Bill's done?
Yes, it absolutely is. That's what I was alluding to. I think it's going to be bad for the people in New England.
Yeah. See ya, Boston.
And again, he's got enough clout that he can be there until he wants to be.
Right.
But I think
Yeah.
the rumblings finally start.
Yep.
And when it comes to Buffalo, like they weren't a dominant team last year.
Yeah.
Like they lost to the Jaguars at home.
Oh, it was like 6-9. That was
Lost to the
terrible.
Patriots.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of who Josh Allen is.
Goated.
Because like Aaron Rodgers doesn't lose to the Jaguars.
No.
Like he doesn't have multiple Super Bowls, but like in those types of games, he just doesn't lose.
Yeah.
And you look at Buffalo and you're like, as the season crept on last year, like, oh, these guys are good. Josh Allen's going to be a dude. And he is a dude.
Yeah.
Like he's the dude. Love the guy.
I
But I'm
think-
like, I mean, I have them winning 13 games, and I don't know if I'm doing that because I think just how they played Kansas City last year.
Aaron Rodgers has lost to the Jaguars.
when?
He's 3-1. Is his record against him?
3-1
Also
against
Blake
the Jags.
Bortles?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Had to be Bortles, I would imagine.
Oh, I think that was in the playoffs.
Playoffs. Yeah. I
Yeah.
can see it.
Oh, playoff.
Aaron
Rodgers is
Rodgers.
way different.
Aaron Rodgers isn't losing to the Jags in the playoffs.
I think that was the year they went to the
One's an
NFC
AFC
Championship game.
One's an AFC
Oh, that
team,
is
one's
true.
an
Yeah, that
NFC
wouldn't happen.
team.
He did lose, though.
He did. I guess that's true. But you know what I'm saying? He didn't lose 6-3 or whatever it was. I promise you that.
Yeah. It
What was the
wasn't in the postseason either.
No.
I just have a full
That would've been Super Bowl.
board of all the teams and his
Yeah.
wins, losses against him. But
But like I'm trying to think
No scores?
if he's like elite
Yeah, it's
because they've got weapons, so it's not like he's just a dude on a team that like elevates everybody.
yeah.
he
The Bills are pretty loaded.
I just don't think they have a run game.
No, they
he
don't.
is the run game.
exactly.
So
He-
that's like the one downfall. Like he just takes off, and like the man's a magician, and he can fucking sling it no matter who's down there,
yeah.
and on the run and do all those things.
But he
like,
makes some of those throws. You're like, what did you just do?
right.
No, because I was just gonna say hot take. He has become the guy that everybody now wants instead of Patrick Mahomes. Like-
because he rushes for touchdowns.
Correct.
Yeah.
But it's because also like Patrick Mahomes.
And he can take a hit.
Yeah.
But he would start to, like Patrick Mahomes would start to run, and then he just kind of dances around, still looks for the throw. Where Josh Allen's like, I'm fucking like 6'5" and built like a shit brick house. Like I'm just gonna run you over.
Yeah.
Like done.
But he's 6'5" and built like a shit brick house, so he can do that. Patrick Mahomes is like
He's like-
6'1".
He's like Cam Newton if Cam Newton was a more consistent passer. Like the year Cam Newton won the
The
MVP,
MVP?
which was an absolute anomaly.
Yeah.
I think that's what Josh Allen is more consistently.
6'3", Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes is 6'3".
I love the internet.
Good for him,
This is
dude.
He's
sick.
big. He's a big boy. He doesn't
But
get credit
Pat-
for
But
it.
Josh Allen was the first guy.
Got a dumper on him too.
Yeah, wagon.
Big
but not the,
downtown.
yeah, not the
Ugh.
first guy.
Mahomes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got some trunks on him.
Got a
Okay.
shitter. But Josh Allen's first year came out of Wyoming. Everybody loved him because of his arm, just his power.
Yeah.
Throws for like 50% in the first year, and it's just like, what did we do? Why did we pick this guy? And then to become this person that he is now is insane.
You know,
Yeah.
he was drafted last out of all those quarterbacks that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. Oopsie.
Love it.
Oopsie.
Dog.
Yeah, I haven't
Had
won
a
the
chip on
division.
his shoulder.
And I think, again, the darling that the other people are talking about, Miami, I haven't won him 8 games. I don't think it's anything crazy.
No, Tua
I don't know if
sucks.
I'm doing anything
Lefties
crazy.
never work. Lefties never work. You've heard it here. You heard it first. Hot take.
You are a lefty?
Not when I throw a football.
Is Kurt Warner a lefty?
No.
Okay.
Mike Vick. It's basically it.
Nice.
He was good.
What about the
Exactly.
Old, like 80s quarterback from
Steve Young?
Yeah, Steve
Oh,
Young,
I'm sorry.
lefty.
Also
What did you
him.
just say?
Lefty.
Yeah. So it worked.
Okay, you've got 1.5.
Mark Brunell? Jaguars?
God,
Bingo.
Marky,
Gotcha.
dude, just throwing to God. What it was him. Who
What
was
about Jared?
Fred Taylor?
What's his
Fred Taylor? But he was
Right
always
back.
throwing to the wide receiver was.
For the Jags? I don't know. I'm not. You look at IT.
I will.
We're going to round it out here. Last
Yeah,
one.
go ahead.
Most likely, hands down, the best division in football.
Yep.
AFC West.
Bingo, bango.
We have Kansas City. We have the Vegas Raiders,
Vegas
the
confirmed.
Chargers, and the Broncos. That division, we have the Chiefs, slight favorite, still at plus money, plus 175.
Okay.
No favorite.
because everybody is just a dog in that division.
Chargers, plus 220. Denver, plus 260. And the Raiders, who a lot of people like for value, plus 650.
Raiders are plus 650.
Plus 650 to win the division. And Carr slings it. Yes, their defense isn't shit.
Yeah.
But man, he puts up points every game.
Yeah.
Hot take. It's the Chargers.
I think it's the Chargers too. I got them winning 10, which is, and that division's hard because I also have the
They're gonna
Chiefs
beat up
winning
on
10
each other.
and Broncos winning 9.
Yes.
I think Broncos are the most overrated because Russell Wilson is not going to turn around a single organization when their offense has nothing on it. There's Cortland Sutton. Everybody's saying they have weapons. They don't have weapons. They have potential weapons if they develop into something, a la your Brandon Ayuk's, your people that are a year removed, or he's right there. Nobody is a bona fide stud on that offense.
Jerry Jeudy,
No.
he got hurt.
He wasn't a stud before that. He was a first-round pick. He was not a stud.
He wasn't a stud at Alabama,
Buddy, we're in the big leagues, my guy.
and he was a stud,
The
and then he
big
got
leagues.
hurt.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt.
This is again,
Hey,
the year removed guy.
I'm not going to lie. You always think we're getting up on you.
Yeah.
I'm on your side.
yeah.
I
don't get it.
For Judy, you gotta prove it first.
Yeah.
You can be the guy.
Yeah.
But I need you to show me first.
Yeah.
If he is the guy, the Broncos are gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like,
So you're saying
good.
Cortland Sutton didn't prove that he's the guy?
Let me look it up, but I'm just saying, man. It's,
Oh, people love him.
yes, and
No, I have Kansas City winning 12 games.
Cortland Sutton last
I have
year,
Vegas winning 9.
semi-dog stats at best. 58 catches.
Semi-dog.
Yeah, 776 yards, 2 touchdowns. No dog confirmed yet. Again, you're a removed guy. These are
Cage dog.
Cooper Kupp 4 years ago stats. These are the stats 1 year ago or 2 years ago when AJ Brown first got into the league. Show me that you're a guy before I just deem you the guy.
Can we confirm?
He was putting up those stats with Drew Lock.
Who knows
Brock
every
Osweiler.
young Jeezy verse?
No, he only knew the one.
Can we confirm this though?
Yes.
Can we confirm puppy status?
Puppy status.
Not a dog,
Not a dog, just a puppy.
but could be a dog.
Jerry Jeudy, dog.
We're already giving him a dog.
Whole team. Puppy.
Javonte Williams, dog.
You're such a
I have the Broncos winning.
Melvin Gordon, old dog.
Old dog.
Old dog.
dog. Old dog only.
No, I literally have the Broncos winning 9 games. I have the Chargers winning 11, Vegas winning 9, and Kansas City winning 12. What a division!
I'll watch it.
I think at all of them winning 10 and the Broncos winning 9.
I think what's crazy
Chargers
is at
winning.
some point, and again,
So hard.
this will be the
They
the-
upgraded the KC's offensive line. Sorry to cut you off, but
Thank you.
that's the only reason that you give Pat Mahomes more time, and he's going to be shitty about that Buffalo game. Even
No.
though they came back and win, he's going to prove that, like,
Right.
sorry, Josh, you didn't deserve to be on my field.
But there's like no Tyreek Hill to stretch it, and you can't go over the top really.
Juju.
Juju's not going over the top.
So let me just pull
Yeah,
up just
there's
to
your
make
point.
sure.
Yeah,
Well,
make it,
no.
make it.
So he's now had 4 full seasons, Patty Mahomes, and he's balled out in all of them, like straight up certified dog.
Dog.
I just think for whatever reason, I don't know why, Kansas City, there's just something about the aura of them that makes you feel like when they fall, it's going to be bad. Like, I feel like if it's not Patrick Mahomes throwing for 400 yards a game and 2 to 4 touchdowns, like, people are going to just wonder what's going on. And call me crazy, I just think in that division, again, you play 6 times. I just think at some point he gets beat up, maybe a bad injury, which I don't wish upon anybody. I just think he's going to lose a step at some point, which maybe is premature to say because the great ones always figure it out. but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the last 2 seasons that's happened where it's like, oh, Mahomes has thrown 4 touchdowns over 6 games. Like, what's happened?
Yeah.
And then the defense isn't there. And then
Yeah.
now the defense is there, and it's like, oh, this team's back. Like,
So
that's what
back.
Kansas City does. It's weird.
Well, and
Yeah.
then so to go kind of full circle with it, so people don't think I just hate on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I thought it was a great point that somebody brought up about the Chargers, how Justin Herbert has been anointed the guy.
I hate
Yeah.
it because I love him, but I hate when people are talking about
He
it.
has a losing record,
He does.
which is really weird to think about because when you're the guy, that usually means you're winning more than you're losing. So
Yeah.
then people like Lamar Jackson that get all this hate and their career stats are what, like 30 some and like single digit numbers or
Yeah.
like teens.
Yeah.
Like you're a bona fide winner
Yeah.
and people are questioning you.
Dog.
Dog.
So,
Let me ask you one question just to go back real quick to the Broncos, just real quick.
uh-huh.
And you said Tyler Lockett was better than DK Metcalf?
Uh-huh.
Okay, because he had Russell Wilson thrown to him.
Yeah.
So Jared Judy probably be better than Cortland Sutton because he has Russell Wilson thrown to him?
I've seen 0 Jerry Judy stats, highlights.
You're going to see some this year.
You're going to.
We'll see.
I would love to see it. Like, I think I want to see him. He's gonna
I
be
shall
good.
stay tuned. Yes.
Dog watch.
All right.
Dog watch.
Those are the divisions. Real quick.
Yeah.
We're going to go through some personal stuff. Accolades here. Do you guys want to do your offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the years?
Yes.
Offensive rookie of the year, who is it?
Chris Olave.
Brees Hall.
I have Pierce.
Okay.
Defense.
Telling you, man, Jameis puts on some glasses. He's gonna be.
He's my fancy quarterback. I hope he
mean,
balls out.
He got LASIK, dude.
Yeah. Defense.
Defensive rookie of the year.
It's gonna be a sneaky square pick. Aiden Hutchinson.
Trayvon Walker? No, Aiden Hutchinson.
Bang.
On here, I hate it, but I've already have it written down. Hutch.
Hutch.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's already Hutch.
Okay.
Hutch Bucks,
I love
dude.
it.
It's gonna like
Hard
yeah.
Knocks got me, dude. Hard
Yep.
Knocks got me.
He's good.
Defensive player of the year.
I got Miles
Myles
Garrett.
Parsons.
Ooh.
Dallas. He's gonna have a
He's pretty good.
year.
Okay. He's good.
Seems like anybody that becomes very good and valuable at the linebacker position in Dallas just falls very hard, very fast.
Not this guy.
Not this guy.
MVP. MVP. Most valuable player.
Joshua Allen. Dog.
Yeah, it's gonna be Joshua Allen or
No, there's no or. You did this last year. You picked like 3 Super Bowl options. One guy. We're putting it on record.
give me JA. QB1.
JA.
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
I'm taking a guy that has a losing record.
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
Oof.
He's got a better flow, I give to him.
Yeah.
And
Tom Brady. Is there a chance Tom Brady wins it?
He should have won it last year.
I mean, he's
just-
having family issues. If he does it now, it's just out of spite. And if he does, he's just the greatest athlete of ever. Like, I'm just doing this because I can.
Love it.
And just showing people that.
Man, I'm ready for it.
Your Super Bowl.
Super Bowl is, let me go back to,
I got Jonathan Taylor, Offensive Player of the Year, if that means anything to anybody.
I had it. Yeah. I forget that they give that award out.
Yeah.
mm,
It's the consolation prize.
It really is. It just goes so like under the radar where you're just like, oh yeah, good job.
what do
It's
you
like, oh, you're a running back. You probably had 2,000 yards.
Right.
But there's
We're
a
not going to give you
quarterback
the
who threw
MVP because you're
5,000.
not Adrian
Suck it.
Peterson. Yeah.
It's tough. I would have to say it's Buffalo and the Rams. Like, I don't get why everybody is so hard up. Like, the Rams just don't have it anymore. I'm like, yes, they do.
So in 2 days, that's the Super Bowl. Thursday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
Who's winning?
I actually have the Rams winning in that game. It's home game.
Back-to-back champs for the Rams.
Yeah, first game of the week.
This guy.
Oof.
Ay, ay, ay.
What about
I think
you,
it's,
sir?
Repeat Super Bowl, not last year, year before. Tampa Bay,
Kansas
City
City.
Chiefs.
Yeah, I could see it.
And your winner?
Tampa Bay again.
Again. Tom
Why would
Brady,
you-
Tom Brady-
8th ring.
Tom Brady hasn't consecutively lost Super Bowls. So going back to like 2016,
Oh, yeah.
every
Every
other
other-
year he wins it.
Yep. that
So you're
checks
just
out.
like, that's a crazy stat for
Fuck.
him not to do something crazy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I as well have the Rams in the Super Bowl, and they are playing the Los Angeles Chargers.
Ooh, Battle of the LAs.
Dang. That would be cool.
That would be cool. Too
Just
bad it wasn't
city.
LA last year.
And I have
Oh.
the
in LA?
Rams winning it again.
Yeah.
Really?
And again, it's not a homer pick. Obviously, I'm a Lions fan, so Stafford has a huge place in my heart. But again,
Contingency.
when you look at the
Yeah,
roster, I don't think they got worse.
Nothing
And if
changed.
his elbow hangs up, I
Yeah.
don't think there's a Super Bowl hangover. I think McVay is a dog.
McVay's a
And he's going to be like, listen,
Great coach.
we could just say we won. Everybody thinks we're just going to rest on that. Let's go get 2.
Fuck that.
If there's anybody
Boom.
that's gonna just pump anybody up and get you to do your absolute
It's
best.
McVay.
It's McVay and Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
I say
Aaron
fuck
Donald
that.
gets in my
He got
face
the
and
one,
he's like, let's
I
fucking
want the
go.
second.
I'm
Yes.
like, let's fucking go.
Every time. Yes.
There it is. Introductory
The
football
Girth- wait, we
pod.
got
Oh wait,
picks?
no, we have to end our just like the hot takes pod.
Just like-
We're ending it with picks.
It
do
sounds
with
like we should
picks.
probably do picks at the beginning-ish more so when we could do the season.
I mean, next week we'll do them at the beginning.
'Cause we're
that
gonna
way we can
recap how they
and
do.
then at the end we'll give our picks.
Look at us.
And then
That's tight.
recap our picks, then give our picks.
All right, week 1, Mortal Lock of the Week. It's going to be...
It's important now. We're keeping track. There's things on the line. There's actual skin in the game.
Silencio. You guys go.
Okay.
I got.
No,
you
go
want me
ahead.
to-
No, yeah. I mean, you're coming off the best year
All
that
right.
anybody had. So
Don't take my picks.
Yeah.
You can find this on FanDuel right now. Shout us out, sponsor us, FanDuel. Let's go.
Please and thank you.
I got Vikings plus 1.5 at home against Aaron Rodgers. I think that Jay Jetta, Thielen, Irv Smith, Dalvin Cook, I do feel like Kirk Cousins is going to sling that rock.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a big game because it's not Monday night, Sunday night. It's not
That's
the
great for
playoffs,
Kirk.
and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't play very well in the first game because he's just so
Trying to
lackadaisical.
figure it out,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? He's like, what's going on? And then I
Yep.
feel like they're going to start slow. Vikings are going to come out hot. And then in the second half, it's going to get close. It's going to get close.
Yeah.
But I got Vikings plus 1.5 at home versus AA Ron.
I'll start out with a heart pick.
because that's
That's how
always
you got to do it, baby.
I was just going to talk about how I'm not going to do that, but go ahead.
Cleveland plus 1.5.
Okay.
Love it.
So
Oh my God, Skirt, get this right. So he has to spin the wheel of destiny.
again, I'm going into this as best as I can now with clear eyes,
Full hearts.
full hearts,
Can't lose.
taking all that out of it. What is the smart pick? And as much as I have them
The
in
winning one.
the smart pick, the heart pick, you would think, as I just said, that they're going to be in my Super Bowl would be the Rams +2, but they're playing arguably one of the best teams in the NFL. So who knows what could happen in that game? So my lock of week 1, which I think might be the biggest lock of the year, completely contradicts you. It is the Panthers -1.5 against Cleveland.
Love a good head
Put
to
it
head.
on the
Love
board.
a good head-to-head.
There will
Right out to the gate.
out of the gate.
Somebody's going to be a winner. Somebody's going to be a loser.
And now we just got to hope for you.
If
Yeah.
Dutt, if Dutt
Yeah.
wins, we're gonna have a wheel spin the first week.
Ooh, baby.
No.
There it is.
Honorable mention Broncos -5.5.
Rib +2.
No, okay, so my original pick before
You can't do this.
But
Pick
what I'm
your
saying is-
He picked
originals.
this. You picked
I
your
picked
pick.
mine. This is what I was going to go with prior to, but again, I think I love it so much, but I was going to do Jacksonville +2.5. I think that's just a steal
That's a steal.
at Washington.
I think there's a few good lines this week.
They
So
suck.
hopefully we make you guys money. If you don't, always bet responsible.
Always
That's
bet
first and
responsibly.
foremost.
Please and thank you.
But that's episode 58. Again, every week we're coming at you with football. We're going to have a few more segments. It's not just obviously going to be predictions. It's going to be fun. Tune in.
We got any fantasy drafters out here? Anybody in there? Got a little fantasy corner coming at you.
Uh-oh.
Talking about players, ups and downs of the season. Let's go.
Carson Weekly Wentz Watch.
We'll do it. 2D, 1D.
Toilet news.
We're out.
Bye.